dun 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 dun. Hello everybody, thank you for being here. This is Jorge Riviera for the Band Sharia radio show. We're going to be interrupting regularly scheduled programming to take you to the Whitehouse Correspondence meeting. Here he is, the President of the United States. Thank you all for being here. I promised you all some White House hospitality, and I intend to deliver on that promise. Welcome to the surprise roast of Congress, the Senate, and basically anybody that disagrees with me. Don't think of it as surprise anal rape. Think of it as impromptu butthole yoga. I'd like to thank Stephen Colbert and Comedy Central for writing my jokes. I'm not going to tell you how many writers worked on it, but I intend on being more than 17 writers funny. Some of you have noticed that I sound suspiciously like Dave Chappelle's impersonation of a white guy, and that is because I am Dave Chappelle. I had some plastic surgery done. Huckleberry Finn once asked me what I would do when I was free, to which I responded, I would sell America down the river. If I was the god king of Rome, and Rome was burning, I would put out the fire by telling some funny-ass jokes. Black lives matter. Unless you are an African Christian, in which case, black lives splatter. Boko Haram, which means Western knowledge is forbidden, kidnapped, raped, and killed 200 girls. People ask me, as the most powerful man in the world, leader of the free world, chairman of the United Nations, and having a brother in Northern Africa who is a powerful politician, why was I powerless to do anything about it? I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere, but you're going to have to dig around for it. In my defense, I did send the armed forces to Africa to take care of 28 Ebola patients. Do you remember the time I acted like I didn't know what ideology ISIL was using for burning people alive? I knew what it was. Come on. Just wait until Americans figure out about the Muslim provision for war booty and what it has to do with the 6-year-old Yazidi girls. There's a hidden hand behind everything. Do you know what really pisses me off? Those banks that stole American homes in the subprime mortgage dropout. Makes me so mad I feel like I'm going to have a moment. I might need to get my anger translator out here. If I had my druthers, they would all be living in the van down by the river. I mean, we passed a law saying that red line districts discriminated unfairly against black people and forced the banks to give loans to black people who defaulted on their mortgages, thus making everybody else's mortgages more expensive, until everybody defaulted on their mortgages and lost their homes. It's not black people's fault. It's the bank's fault. What are they? Psychic? And don't give me any of that malarkey about a meritocracy of reason and results creating a disparate impact either. The Constitution says all men were created equal. It's all just opinions as far as I'm concerned. And all opinions are equal. A Jewish person's desire to stay alive is equal to a Muslim's desire to kill all the Jews. The real concern is, how many Muslims are there? And how many Jews are there? Why do you think I had my Freemason buddies make that video for Nicki Minaj? You know the one. Rich ninjas only. Did you hear the one about me trying to collapse the state government and the Congress and the Senate? Or the one about me trying to get rid of the state police? Or the one about me trying to arm and give authority to the United Nations? We can laugh about it now, because y'all don't know how bad things are going to get in the near future. But I think we can all agree that a dictator can move faster and make decisions quicker than a deliberative representative democracy. Am I right, or am I right? I want to give a shout out to invited guests. I mean, terrorist organizations, lol. Muslim Brotherhood, and the Council for American Islamic Relations. They're in the audience tonight. Recruiting, most likely. And Muhammad Oz and Oprah. I hope Dr. Oz is paying zakat with all that money he is making, selling placebos and snake oil to retards. Did you hear the one about me hacking Sony and leaking mildly racist jokes and then framing North Korea for it? It's true. I've read the emails on Hillary's private server, but I'm not going to tell you what it says. Hillary is going to be the next president of the United States. I don't even know why we're bothering to have an election. As the dictator of the United States of America, I have the right to name my successor. And please stop taking pictures of yourself with your smartphones and emailing them to yourselves with you flipping the bird with the title, "Fuck you, Obama. I know you're reading this. It hurts my feelings, and it wastes taxpayer money. I have feelings too. Tyrants are people too." These are the jokes, folks. I'll be here another year and a half, and I'm going to have Vladimir Putin walk us out. In communist Russia, we have saying, President of the United States is like clown. That's it. That's the saying. Wow, this is Jorge Riviera again. That was a very unusual White House Correspondence meeting. We'll be returning to the regular scheduled programming right now with Ban Sharia Radio. Alright folks, this is Joxo Luxor signing off. Remember to rock and roll, America. This has been a captive audience production. Listen.